Dan Matheny presents my current Xmonad configuration. What's up with it, folks? Hip with it here, says Dan Matheny. And welcome to the episode, my current configuration of Xmonad. Anyway, I got the bar looking pretty, or whatever. There's ideas that I've taken from this. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to a terminal here, and I'll show you what my current configuration is right now and what configuration I'll be working on here in the future. So let's get to it. So this is my current config right now. So, alright, I added in a bunch more stuff, but I've been trying to get full screen to work. But basically, this is mostly the same. You know, I added the fancy workspaces and border colors. I'll show you what's different. You know, of course, I got my key for PC Man FM, all that fun stuff. So, okay, so here's what I did different. I had taken out some things, basically, and added some things. But basically, you know, I got full screen full right here for when I have a full screen item, and I got my layouts right here. I entered the center master grid, so I'll just show you what that is right quick. Well, a lot of you already know, but I'll just go to another window and show you. So let's just say I have a bunch of terminals and I want a different grid. That's the center grid layout, which I like. So that's the grid spacing, and that's the spacing tall. So I do like that it switches, that it goes to the current, that it only does that for the current workspace. Okay, so I did add GZ Doom do full float, for the class name, because that is the class name for it. Everything else works, for full screen, just not that. So this is the default, and the regular full screen event hook is the same thing, and it does work. Okay, so here's where it differentiates. Of course, I know I can put startup equals do and then spawn once, but I just do it however. But the most important thing is, my bar works. This is just where the path is. But what I added here, okay, and I had taken from different configs and looked in different configurations to see how people would do things. And I came up with my own idea. I realized that I don't really need the curly brackets, but it does kind of help, especially if I'm doing a wrap for these little things up on the top, where it just kind of does this little fancy thing where it just kind of wraps it and makes it, kind of looks like a domino effect a little bit. So I kind of like that, where it's just something crazy, just something different. And then I could have added another one, but I just decided to add a percentage to that, just to be different, even though I could add something else. But yeah, I added, hidden no windows, so that way I can see all the workspaces right there. That's what I've done so far, and I'll show you this. So, and this is the default config. Alright, I'll go ahead and switch out of this. So I'll just go ahead and quit this. Alright, so what I'm going to do is Vim. I'm working on a couple different ones. So this is a work in progress. So I just title it as this. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here, and the other configuration is pretty much the same. Okay, so there's no difference. No difference. I mean, the only difference is that I get rid of some of these things and I try to add them to the bottom here. Like, I got rid of a couple things that I had right there, and I tried to add it to the bottom right here. So that there's a couple problems that I'm having. It's only just one little simple problem, and the reason why I'm trying to do it over here is because it's not necessarily working. This is just one example. I'm going to show you the other example really quick. Okay, so this is how it is. So I'll just go ahead and go all the way to the end here. Okay, so all the way here. Okay, so the difference is I've gotten rid of some stuff because some stuff is right here, and I keep getting errors, and I've been, narrowing down what those errors are, slowly but surely. So, and I've been trying to change it just because of the things I want to add. So that's been my experience. That's what's been going on with the config. I'll go ahead and quit out of this, but that's what I'm working on right now. Some configurations don't want to work. It is frustrating. I understand that, a couple Linux compadres out there, I'll say that, and they're having a lot of the same problems that I am trying to get to full screen. I know what it's like to try to get the bar to work, and I realized, well, it's something on my end, and it was, because of how things are lined up. And I love the features of Xmonad. I like that there's a prompt. I eventually want to mess around with the prompt and see what the different options are for that, just because I'm curious about that prompt and what it's all about. But this is pretty much my Xmonad so far, my configuration. I just wanted to show you my configuration files and where I'm at, and still working on trying to get full screen to work. Certain programs like VLC, I can get full screen, and MVP, but with GZ Doom, I can get where it starts, choose version of Doom or whatever, that part I can will be full screen, but trying to get the other component of it to be totally full screen. So it's like, I know I put in the right option, full float, but I don't know if I have all the right options set up for it. But anyway, I like my wallpaper, and a lot of these configurations that I've been going through have been from other people. I think there was one that, Irish Luck was an inspiration for the config that I've been working on, and DT's config, and Imano, he has the best basic config, I think, to start, because, I think, in my opinion, I don't, copy and pasting is cool, but in my opinion, I think it's good to know what's going on with your config and what you're doing and what you're changing, because if you're interactive in that, you're going to know, hey, if something breaks, what to fix, and that's why, and in these window managers, they update. They're going to update, and there's going to be something you got to change in them, and you're going to have to be interactive with it, and that's why I like starting with a basic config. I think it is good to grab a config, but starting with a basic config where, yeah, you got your terminal, yeah, you got certain things set up. Anyway, I think that's enough flapping my gums. This is my Xmonad right now, and there's some things that I'm working on or thinking about, Qtiles. One of them, I'm eventually going to put up a Qtiles video just because I have it right for the most part. I might add some features, but I decided to do that yesterday because I needed a break from trying to get full screen working in Xmonad. And I'm still thinking about when I'm going to do DWL. I should do it soon. I'm going to set up Wayland and set up DWL and show people how that works if they're interested in doing that. And it's not complete. It's not fully complete. I just want to see how DWL works. This is, it's not a full complete project. It still has some bugs that they're working out. For the full desktop environments, Wayland has been working, but for DWL, it's still a work in progress. For a lot of the window managers that are, they're the window compositors, they're still works in progress. And another thing, I may not explain things perfect. I do know what I'm talking about, but I know I don't explain them perfect either. But I do have a good idea of what I'm doing, just because I've been doing it for 20 years. But, I'm still learning. I'm learning day, and I want to stay green, I want to stay peaceful, I want to stay new. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. See you.
This has been a Dan Matheny production.